while we have some butyl here, let's go ahead and talk about some of the ways to use this. Butyl is really fun. It comes in these rolls. You can tear it off. You don't want to cut this stuff because it'll gum up your scissors really quick, so it's best to tear it. And it's got this kind of gummy quality to it, but it doesn't leave any residue. One great use for this is mounting filters to your lens. Say you don't have a matte box, or you're flying the MōVi and you don't have a good way to attach your filters. This can sometimes save the day. But before we resort to this, let's see some alternative ways of adding filtration to your lenses. I'm going to flip the MōVi around. And I'm going to pull off the bright tangerine. This is definitely the preferred way to add filtration to your MōVi. It's super lightweight and can hold the standard 4x5 filters that you'll see at any rental house. So I'll set that aside for now. Say you don't have a misfit atom and you still want to attach your filters to the front of your lens. A good option if you're at a rental house, they're probably going to have these 4.5 round filters. They're pretty readily available and they look like this. They're a round filter that can be attached with a clamp-on ring like one of these. I like the one from Schneider. It's a 114, so you're limited to that, but it's perfect for these cinema primes. You just drop the ND into the ring, take your lens, and clip it to the front. Super easy way to attach a 4.5 round to the front of your lens. Now, the only thing this doesn't have is your flare control. You know, you don't have an eyebrow or even a matte box around it. So what I've done to fix that is made my own DIY matte box. I made out of coroplast, which you can get at Home Depot, and a bongo tie. So I cut it out in the shape of a matte box top flag. So what you do is you take your rubber band, wrap it around your lens, and you've got a cheap method of controlling your flares. I actually have some aluminum wire in there, so if I need to bend it down at all, I can do so, and it'll hold in position. Now, if you don't have one of these and you need an immediate solution, sometimes a little bit of photo black tape will do the job. Just go right on top like that. You got a little makeshift flare control. Now, say you don't have these 4.5 round rings or 4.5 round filters, and all you have is a 4x5 set of NDs. Now, this isn't the preferred method, but in a pinch it works. Let me take this filter clamp off. So this is where the butyl comes in handy. I'm going to take my strip of butyl from earlier. You don't need this much. I'll even cut it in half. Now this part can take some practice, but you take the butyl and you want to get it stuck on the outer ring of your lens. Go ahead and do that. Now you can see the butyl is on the outside and as well on the edge of your lens. Take your filter, so take your 4x5 filter, and we'll just position it in front of the lens and apply a little pressure, and it'll stick right on. Now you're definitely going to want to reinforce this with a little bit of photo black. So I'll tear some off there, and just put another layer on there to keep your filter secure, like so. Now, if you don't have butyl, there is another way to do this. And you can see how coming off, it's not the easiest thing when you have to do a filter change. So it's another great reason to get the proper equipment. Now, if you don't have butyl, you can do the same thing with some gaff tape. This is 1-inch gaff. I'm going to take a length of it that will cover the circumference of the lens. I'm going to fold it in half with the sticky side out. And then with my fold on the outside facing me, I'm going to apply it around the perimeter of the lens, like that. So it's kind of doing the same thing that the butyl did. It's providing a nice sticky surface. So you can take your 4x5 filter, attach it, apply a little pressure, and voila. And you're going to want to reinforce that with some photo black, just like we did with the butyl. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but in a pinch, it'll get the job done. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at some of the pieces in my MōVi kit.